from one time in his life being scared, being knocked out, being one of the most dangerous UFC prospects that we've ever seen. Welcome to the life of Robelis Despaigne. Robelis Despaigne, otherwise known as a 6'7" heavyweight freak that we know of. He was born August 9, 1988 in Santiago de Cuba. Despaigne grew up in Cuba, and at age 9 was the year he decided to partake in combat sports. The sport that he chose was Taekwondo, and 7 years later he made the national team of Cuba. He was a part of that national team for 15 years. Despaigne represented his country in the 2012 Olympic Games. It was very successful for Despaigne as he won the bronze medal in the heavyweight class. It was one of the biggest accomplishments for Despaigne around the time, because he said since Cuba's angel Valodia Matos won the Olympics in 2000, he always looked up to him. It was a big thing for him because every person that is an amateur, that's the biggest tournament you can go to, the Olympics, because you're representing your country, and he represented Cuba and he left with the bronze medal. As time was passing, Despaigne started losing love for the sport around 2012. He said a lot was going on in Cuba and he wasn't really happy about the sport. He was losing the love of it. His coach, he told him to go do MMA, but Despaigne has seen UFC across television, across YouTube, and he didn't like the knockouts. He was like, I don't want to get knocked out, and he was very skeptical about it. But then as time passed by, he was watching the fights again. He was like, you know what? I can actually do this. And that day, Robelis Despaigne decided to go ahead and try MMA. In 2019, Despaigne started MMA specific training in Cuba. He added grappling to his routine. After pandemic, Despaigne moved to Orlando, Florida in 2022. He still lives to this day and trains there. And four MMA fights later, he's making international headlines and everybody knows him as one of the most dangerous prospects, and he hasn't even touched UFC yet. Some people think he's only a striker, that Despaigne is only a Taekwondo fighter, but he's been training grappling jiu-jitsu since 2019. He trains at Gracie Barra, and Robelis Despaigne is taking on his first test in the UFC, and it's going to be against Josh Parisian. A lot of people compare Robelis Despaigne to Yoel Romero because not only they're from the same country, from Cuba, but because of their late age that they came to the UFC. Robelis Despaigne is trying to replicate the same type of success. So that's it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how excited you are for Robelis Despaigne. Me personally, I can't wait to see him fighting Josh Parisian, and I think it's going to be just like his last 4 fights. It's going to not last very long.